Hi, this is Mark. In this video, just want to talk about how creative individuals tend to be underappreciated in their lifetime. This doesn't is not always going to be generally the case, but if you notice, like Vincent Van Gogh, who was an alcoholic in his time and or an artist who was just constantly trying to promote his work and got in a bunch of scuffles during his life and um, had a bunch of mental related problems, and he was very expressive. And the most expressive fields of creativity tend to be art and music, where you delve into the world of chaos and you basically try to organize it into bring it into existence, and you go against the grain and what and generally um, found it interesting how it's as if these creative individuals make a projection well beyond the known boundary of existence, and they're able to go so far. It's as if you're translating the timeline into the future so that we learn to appreciate them well into the future, and it continues in the process, um, because once reality catches up to that's these just the expressions of creative form. It's as if we can have understand it to higher capacity. But that's not the only reason it's underappreciated, but it's definitely one of the prominent ones. It just seems that you know being creative is actually or truly creative, or not truly because we're never fully, but being able to leverage society or try to um, make a profound difference in society and make by projecting well used generally into the future, because creativity, because it's predicated on chaos. It starts with divergence and manipulate we manipulate what is the projection starts in the known, so the known reality that we reside in, and whatever connections we have or bridges that were formed in the known world are utilized to make that projection. So essentially, once the projection is made, the new variables that are initially discrete and chaotic are aggregated together and formulated in such a way to create, something that is has never been done before. It has its own uniqueness, but also it is um, initiated from the very beginning. And it always starts from the beginning, which each of these chains are connected together. And in order, that's why, like in this, creative individuals tend to always be thirsty, like for knowledge, or always processing, because it allows the projection to be more of a higher magnitude. But it also, during the lifetime, like creative individuals have to face, um, or going to have opponents who discount or go against their ideological framework, and this is well known throughout history. And I think that's another piece of the pie why creative individuals kind of are under appreciated on a relative scale compared to after, once they pass on. And um, I think that would be analogous to. I think it's just easier it definitely is easier to appreciate when you can actually sit back, contemplate, and consider. Because I think when there's opposing viewpoints, which can easily be created due to the fact that um, most of our ideological framework is it's connected to the localized regions that we inhabit, and the differentiation creates the diverging viewpoints, and that's what can create all these problems. But it just gets eliminated once they pass on. It's released. It's gone. That negative energy is released, and it's basically replaced with the positive energy, and that's why with the creative individuals, we just really become gratified because they made a difference, at least some projection that was realized at a later period, and eventually their work was able to be utilized or constructed in some form to create a new idea, and that's how the process works. No matter any idea, if it gets out there, or if you take it's a huge burden to actually do so, to expose your ideas. It causes a lot of physiological strain, and that's probably why a lot of these uh, geniuses in their times, respected times, develop mental illness. It was just a huge burden to take, and it caused disequilibrium due to the chaos, and how not only the chaos that they were trying to compartmentalize or assimilate, but also the chaos due to the external viewpoints getting funneled in at such high, rapid succession. But that's just my take on it. I found it interesting. I just noted this after reading about Vincent van Gogh, who was a credible art genius in his time, but he was undervalued and ended up dying quite poor, and he was under really poor mental health at that time. So he kind of just drank himself to death, and partially because he did not receive the validation that we all want to receive. So yeah, that's my take on it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.